What is it about Nigerian churches that troubles you or upsets you the most?
No, for me personally, I said to myself, when it comes to even going to a church, finding a church that I'm going to, I'm looking for a diverse church. We are in a world today, in a society today, where we all know it takes more than one income to take care of a home. Right. In those days, you say, okay, man will go to work and what he brings in, the wife is at home raising 8, 7 children, 6 children. You know, she's home being the homemaker and all that. But today, that one salary cannot even do anything.
Right.
So you see people in the street of LA or major big cities today, you see them homeless. The first thing you say, oh, maybe it's a crackhead. No, that person has a job. But the problem is that one paycheck or that job is not enough today to sustain him, to even pay for a rent, to even pay for food. So what happens is when you come here, you understand it's not solo, it's tag teaming.
Yeah.
One thing you don't want to get in trouble with is don't get in trouble with the law. And that stems from the company you keep, the relationship you keep.
I wanted to talk about relationships and friendships. How do you think it changes between Nigeria and here?
So for me, I think you are my friend from Nigeria.
Yes.
Most of my very good, close friends are actually,
From back
work,
home.
from work
from
and
FCMB.
from
We made
FCMB,
really good friendships.
So, for me personally, I said to myself, when it comes to even going to a church, finding a church that I'm going to, I'm looking for a diverse church, right? I'm not looking for a church where it's just, people come in, and then they go into maybe like a all Nigerian church because they want that foundational, support and everything like that is good. You can also get that from being in a diverse, because you're living in a country that is diverse.
Yes.
Right? You're living in a diverse country. And the sooner you begin to learn how to understand how to navigate people from different culture, people from different belief system, people from different backgrounds, race, ethnicity, and all of that stuff, the better.
Yeah.
Right? The better. So for me, when it comes to relationship and friendship, I don't think I've had any like horror story when it came to that. I've been one person that has been, I've been fortunate to be able to, align with good people. And one thing I want to advise is when you're coming to the United States, when you're in the United States or any Western country, especially this country that has laws, one thing you don't want to get in trouble with is don't get in trouble with the law. Don't get in trouble with the law. And that stems from the company you keep, the relationship you keep. If the relationship you're keeping isn't the type that would foster you or cause you to grow or add any type of value to you, run.
Even if you've known them from back home.
Even if you've known them from back home. And that's why personally, no, I'm not against any type of Nigerian church or anything like that per se. I personally decided not to because of the too many drama. Yes, too many drama that stems from it.
Yeah.
There's always this one said this one said that, that's what happened, that's what, it's too many things going on. And in order for me to protect myself, I don't want to be involved in any type of, if it's not adding value to me, it's me staying away from it, and foster relationship that adds value to you. And the beautiful thing, there are lots and lots of groups. There's one website called, I think Meetup?
Meetup.
I usually remember going to Meetup. There are just people who are just, cycling. They maybe even taking a walk.
Yes.
People that you meet, just exercise bodies. Book clubs. There's so many activities that one can, get involved in that are positive, that add value to you.
Yeah. So for you, it's not from a place of snubbing your, because I know people.
No, it's not.
I know someone, or do I know her, or I heard the story of someone who she came here and in her mind, she feels like Africans are maybe beneath her.
Oh, no.
Right, because she's trying to integrate faster into the American culture. So all her friends, her acquaintances were all like Oyinbo people, so that she can. Do you understand? So that's a totally different thing.
No, that's totally different. Because most of my good friends are Nigerians.
Right.
I would not, raising my daughters before my husband came to the United States were Nigerians who helped me out.
Right.
Friends.
Yeah.
So it's not about, it's about knowing who you keep company with.
No drama.
No drama. Yes, there's always, what I'm saying is there's always something going on, within, I don't want to go into that. Yeah. So you know what that is. When you sense it, take a step back and foster relationship that adds to you, that keeps you away from trouble.
What is it about Nigerian churches that troubles you or upsets you the most?
No, it's not like it upsets me. I'm not gonna say Nigerian churches upset me. It's just the two. It's just, I think we come here with the same mindset that we came the same cultural mindset that we came in with. You're trying to pretty much, how will I put it now, be on someone's neck, control the person's movement, control what they are doing, control pretty much, I don't see you paying tithes today, all of those type of things, I hopefully get into details of that when it comes to, scriptural truth, lack of scriptural truth, lack of no scriptural truth, and then using scripture wrongly, to put people under, basically to control people, and there's just too many things going on. This one said that, that one said that, this family said this. It's just a lot of drama. And I'm not the only one who has experienced. I've had people who have experienced and have said it to me, and I've said, you know what, I don't even want to be in that. I came from Nigeria and I saw the way church was, which was a pain to me. Again, comes to scriptural truth, that I said, when I come to the United States, I don't want to be in any quote unquote Nigerian church, the hippity hip and all that. No, I don't want to do it. But Nigerians, I still have Nigerians as friends. Oh no, of course. Sure.
Of course. Because we inspire one another and support each other.
Of course.
Yeah, sure.
Of course.
Okay.
Because one thing is, when you are in a church and hearing truth, there is a way that it causes you to grow, right? You grow, you're open, right? But when you are still listening to the same wrong truth, you become closed, and you only see it doesn't cause you to expand, right?
We're gonna do a separate episode on that, just exploring the Christian
right.
faith.
But I'm not against a Nigerian church. There's good Nigerian churches. I'm not saying you shouldn't go to a Nigerian church, but what I'm saying is, you sense it when you see that it is a place where there's no accountability, there's control, there's no doctrinal truth. Run. Right.
Good advice. And then when it comes to relationships, like romantic relationships, what should intending couples coming from Nigeria, from Africa, know when they're moving abroad?
Okay, so so it's back in Nigeria, I'm not even say it's Nigeria, it's more or less like a cultural thing, right? Cultural thing in the sense that there's this mindset of what a woman should be doing, what the man should be doing, and all of that stuff. A woman will go to work, come back, enter the kitchen and cook food. The man just gets up in the morning, go to work, come back, and then is waiting for food to be served to him, wait for everything to be done to him, for him. It's different.
Yeah.
It's different. And when you are here, it's not even when you're here. I think it should be something that there should be some type of I think there's gradually shift, right? It's not maybe as ingrained yet from a Nigerian cultural standpoint. Maybe it's something that is still, some people are becoming more enlightened. I don't want to talk and somebody say, oh yeah, it's feminism. No, that's not what I'm talking about. It's common sense. let's talk about it from a common sense standpoint. We are in a world today, in a society today, where we all know it takes more than one income to take care of a home. Right. In those days, you say, okay, man will go to work and what he brings in, the wife is at home raising 8, 7 children, 6 children. You know, she's home being the homemaker and all that. But today, that one salary cannot even do anything. So you see people in the street of LA or major big cities today, you see them homeless. The first thing you say, oh, maybe it's a crackhead. No. That person has a job, but the problem is that one paycheck or that job is not enough today to sustain him, to even pay for a rent, to even pay for food. So what happens is when you come here, you understand it's not solo, it's tag teaming. It's called tag teaming together. And that's what, if you look at scripture, that's what it is. Two become one. Right? Yes, the man is, is the leader of the home. Being leadership is not dictatorship. Leadership is not authoritarianism. My word and my word alone. You shut up and don't say anything. No. You have to understand that both of you are together, partnering and, forging your home in the right space and direction.
Right.
If you're going to work, she's going to work. If you come back from work and that person isn't there yet, go in the kitchen and cook. Is there something big a deal about making food? It's nothing big a deal.
Well, it's a whole mindset shift.
That's what I'm saying. It has to be a mindset shift. There's nothing, when you say love, when the Bible says love your wife, it's sacrificial love.
Yeah.
You're loving somebody sacrificially, and Christ is the perfect example. Christ exemplified what leadership is, what true servant leadership is. Wash his disciples' feet. He says, love the church, love your wife as Christ loved the church and gave his life for it. Now, I'm not trying to diss any man or diss any woman. This is not the point here. The point is, you're in a country, you're trying to survive.
Yeah.
You have a partner.
Yeah.
It's about tag teaming.
Yeah.
It's about partnership. She's going to work making an income. You're going to work making an income. If you're around to take the children for their appointment, make it balanced in such a way that it's not heavy on one person.
Yeah. It doesn't make you
less of a man by going in the kitchen and washing the dishes.
It doesn't, yeah.
It doesn't make you less of a man by, learning how to even cook a dish and, prepare dinner one time. Doesn't take anything. In fact, that if you truly love someone, what is love?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So when we come in here, that mindset has to change because it's a different world. It's a different worldview.
Yeah.
They have a different worldview here, right? You cannot, your husband and wife, and then baby number 1 come, baby number 2, baby number 3, baby number 4. Maybe you have 4 children, maybe 1 child or 2 children, whatever, or you don't have kids at all. It's supposed to be a mindset of we are in it together. What time are you coming? I have a very perfect good friend, a friend of mine. I see when I watch them, I said, this is excellently done. He works at night. She works during the day. By the time he works at night, and he comes back at night, he's sleeping during the day. She's off. By the time he's coming, the wife is coming back for evening. He already made the dinner, take care of the kids. That is, tag teaming.
Yeah.
It doesn't take anything.
That's true.
It doesn't take anything.
Yeah.
It's not I'm the head of the wife. Why are you fighting each other? Why we fight? Why are you not seeing it as you're trying to lift it? That's why the Bible says 2 are better than 1. So that when one is down, the other one is lifted. Now, it's okay if there's an agreement. Somebody is making good enough money and the other one, stay home and take care of the kids. That's fine. It can be the woman staying home. It can be the man staying home. It's about you and your family, what works for you.
True.
But at the end of the day, this whole mindset about a man,
honestly, that woman too, na person born and na person.
Exactly, that's someone's daughter.
Finish
exactly.
You know, the alternative is, okay, go get a maid. In Nigeria, you have house help, but you don't have it here.
You don't. No, of course, you have to be very, very well-to-do.
Come down and just try and help.
You have to be very, very well-to-do. So yeah, here, if you are married or about to be married, understand that your partner, you're in partnership with someone. Don't see that person as a rival. Don't see yourself. You're both leading. You're both leading, right? You're both leading. Yeah, as a role, you as a man is head of the home. But again, I say, head of the home does not mean you do things you don't tell your wife. Head of the home does not mean that you're authoritative. What you say, everybody shut up. You just, no. You have to be loving enough to say, babe, what do you... There's something my uncle said that I really love that he said. He said, you know what? Every day I go to my wife and I ask her, how am I doing? Oh, and the wife will say, whatever my wife tells me, I note it down. Okay. And then I come back again and say, have I improved? Oh, wow. That is accountability. That is taking action. Yeah. That is you wanting to be a true leader. You know, when you are a true leader, people, you don't need somebody, submit to me. If I don't want to go into all that narrative of submit to me. When you are a true leader, you don't even need to announce it. People will just, it's fluid. Yeah. People will want to, whoever will just follow you, will look at you as because you are showing it. You don't demand it. You don't command it. You earn it. You earn it. And you earn it by showing example. Yeah. You earn it by leading well. Yeah. That's good. So I wanted to also ask you, what is your opinion about people, right? And I want you to advise as well about like investment, savings, because what is your opinion about people who, when they make money, the first thing they want to do is just go home and build houses maybe in their villages where nobody lives in, right? So for them, it's a part of investment. So would you advise for them to invest here in America or invest in Nigeria? Oh my God, look at that. I'm not rich to be an investor or whatever, but hey, so let me say this, right? I know I'm not this again. This is not against anyone, any tribe. This is just me, just openly from a heart saying this. Igbo people, I know, right? This is not dissing Igbo people, please. This is just, I know you guys, you all love to, it's like a cultural thing, right? That an Igbo son or daughter has to at least have a home built in the village because that's what really signifies you as like the son of the soil, So regardless of whether you don't have a home here, the main thing is that you have that drive to want to build a home back home. Now, for me personally, everybody's personal preference. But if I look at it from a logical standpoint and say to myself, I have children here. They may never go home to be in that house. At the end of the day, the whole investment in putting into that house, building that house, of what benefit is it? Is of what benefit is it at the end of the day? So why not invest where you know you're living, where you know you'll have your kids, your grandchildren, great-grandchildren, potentially, Why not invest in a country where that's where your kids are? Yes. For example, you have, like my own father now, for example, he has a house in the village. Between you and I, the only time I went to that village, maybe, God knows, maybe 20-something years ago, I don't even know what's going on with that house. But he spent money trying to put that house together and everything. In Edo culture, they even bury somebody in the house, all those stuff, right? But that house is somewhere there. My brother is not interested. Nobody seems to be interested.
No one is probably renting
maybe probably one grand uncle somewhere is just we don't really, nobody really cares about it, is what I'm trying to say. So why would you build a big house, a mansion? Now, if you have somebody maybe able to manage it, that's fine. But if truthfully that you're not even going to be there or your kids may not even want to go there. Or inside a village. Maybe if it's a city, like maybe a busy city where you can maybe, make some investment from it. It makes sense,
That's
right?
true.
But in a village where maybe,
That's true.
I'm not saying that, how will I put it now? I'm not saying it will not become more developed. Maybe some years from now it become developed, but, but realistically. Realistically, why don't you invest in
stocks, even mortgage, like just buying houses and all that. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So another question I want to ask you, because we're rounding off, running out of time. Another question I want to ask you is, what would be your advice to like immigrants coming in and having like maybe some kind of racial situations going on? Because I remember when I was in Nigeria, when I watch movies, I see African Americans. In my mind, I'm like, we're all the same. Me and you are the same color. But I'm telling you that when I came here, I didn't feel very welcome by them. I felt a lot of resistance. Granted, I had a very good friend in grad school was African American.
Yes.
But a lot of them, they always have this. I'm like, we're the same. Come on. And then not just them, even whites, like, or people from other races. Rachel, how did you? Yeah. Do you have any advice in that way?
So, I think one of the way that it works today, thank God we're not in the era of the Jim Crow era where there was segregation and all of that. It was terrible.
It was hard,
my hat's off to those who lived that era. But now we are in an era, yes, racism exists. We will be lying to ourselves if we say racism doesn't exist. It does. Racism exists, but it's more systematic. It's not to your face, like whoa.
It's very covert.
Right. It's not to your face. Sometimes you may see it to your face, but it's rare. I personally have not experienced it really woe to my face, but people that I know have experienced it woe to their face. It exists. Systematically, yes, it does exist. There's certain jobs that interview-wise, you may be, you want to, you want to get, when you're doing an interview, for example, and all that, it goes to certain, people and all that. And there are certain, if I not be, there are certain places in the US that one would say, don't go and live there. Don't go there because, it's so racially segregated. Yes. It's to your face. But for me, overall, I've lived in Florida. Florida is diverse. Yes. You have Haitians, you have Jamaicans, people from Cuba, people from Venezuela, Nicaragua, Guatemalan. I've had, white people, people of various, from various race and culture and ethnicity. And for the most part, they've been awesome. I've never really had any racial situation. I remember one time when I was working in one of the jobs I was working at, I'm not going to call the name, and they happen to be like, this sales thing, it's more sales driven as well. And at the end of the month, they usually publish this, who has the highest, who has the lowest and everything like that, best salespeople and all that. So I happened to be surprised. I was one of the top salesperson for that month. So, and usually when that happens, you are taken out with you have to go out with the bosses, the big bosses and everything like that. And when I went to that event, I happened to be myself and one other lady were the only black ladies there. The others were like, and I'm like, the way that the look on me was so uncomfortable. The way I was being looked at, like, it was very, very uncomfortable. So those are the kind of things you will see. You experience.
And you don't think you're imagining it.
No, you're not imagining it. It's real. Yeah,
yes,
no,
real.
It is.
Because sometimes you can't lie because it's not over.
No, it's not. They're not saying it. No, that's it. Yes. Yes, they're not. It's not nobody with a relation life. No, you're not gonna see that. Ho-ha, I haven't experienced. My cousin have experienced it ho-ha, right? But it's usually, even with promotions, you see somebody else being promoted that isn't like, come on now. Yeah. And then you just,
Yeah, it happens, yeah.
Yes. So you're going to see it that way, and you have to try, as somebody of color, you have to, prove yourself more.
Oh, that's true.
You have to prove yourself more, And I would say if you are the person that likes networking, as a person of color, networking, if you can network your way to, network, good networking, healthy networking, not, I'm rubbing my orgasm behind so that you can, but healthy networking, because what I've noticed in this country is the people, if you're somebody in a team and you're always quiet, it does not put you out there.
Especially if a person of color.
Yes. If you're always the quiet person, I'm not trying to say you should be a talkative, but if you're somebody that is always quiet, you don't want to say anything. I know some people are introverted, extroverted, whatever it is. Yeah. Try to at least make your be heard. Be more out. I would say be more out, not overly out. If you because I'm trying to put it in a way that I'm saying in a more balanced way, not over sabi-ish type of thing that you become ridiculous. Put yourself out there. Don't hide behind the shadow is what I would say. Because I know, again, upbringing, our African upbringing also really was something that was like more like a culture shift, right? Yes. Culture shift in that you're coming everything, yes sir type of thing. You're oga, that kind of a something. Now you don't come here, you call your boss by your name. You're looking at your boss in the eye and say, okay, this and that. Yeah, you're challenging what they're saying, not in a rude way, but professional way. You're making your voice heard. You don't feel like your voice is not heard. So that was something that I had to learn, because it's like a culture you have to transition, because because back home you have the voice, but your voice is suppressed.
Shut up.
Yes, your voice is suppressed. You don't know what to say. You want to say, not that you don't know what to say, you want to say something, but you can't, because there's this overly respectful kind of atmosphere that and then of course childhood upbringing, self-esteem issues. I'll talk about that maybe in motherhood. Self-esteem issues. Your upbringing also plays a role, in affecting the way you are outgoing or, So
I must say for myself, right? And I struggle for it for the longest. I still struggle with it sometimes. Right. The way I sound, my accent. Do you understand? Yeah, it's funny. And I don't know why it's this way, but I always, I have improved, and only because there's this, we usually have this group meeting sometimes that we have everyone from employee resource group, for African Americans, where of course Africans belong to African American, other, nationalities. Right. And so there's this lady who always raises her voice. She's Nigerian and she's Igbo. She has an Igbo accent, right? But this lady she will speak her mind, air her opinion, air her views, whether her accent is right. I'm like, wow, that is boldness, that is courage.
But what is wrong with our accent?
It brought me to upbring, I imagine for that kind of person, she was someone who was as a child, she knew she had a voice. Regardless of what nobody shut her up, nobody silenced her. She spoke. So for her, she's not even, because for me, I'm thinking of, okay, number one, am I sure of what I'm saying? Number two, my accent. Number three, so many things going through my head, So I'm like, you know what? You better make a adjustment. I'm not making fun of myself. But hearing that girl speak in those meetings always inspires me. I'm like, wow, this is good. So I like what you're saying, that use your voice, be heard.
Be heard, right.
In this networking and
The truth is, you talked about accent. Most to be honest, no. But the truth is, most of the time when people hear that accent, they're always like, oh, wow, I like your accent. I've never had somebody say, well, for what they say, to be honest with you, I don't see anything wrong with my accent.
That's good.
I'm African. Yeah. I'm Nigerian.
You're from somewhere.
I'm from somewhere.
Yes.
And if somebody is Chinese, they have their accent. India, they have their accent. Every culture have their accent. So why should I be now trying to... I didn't grow up here. I wasn't born here. Yeah. I came here in my mid-20s. So, hey, I'm going to have an accent. And I'm proud of my accent.
Like, did I tell you one time? My professor when I was in grad school is Nigerian. That man, and he's he's teaching in class. Yeah. Hello. You know how, really, the man has your Igbo accent. And so when I had moved to America in 2011, right? And I hear him, I'm like, wow, by the time I'm here by the time I've reached like that, like 10 years in America, man, I'll be sounding so American. Nobody will know. But for where? But the guy didn't care. He would be like teaching with his, thick accent. But it's really funny. But I agree with you with everything you said.
Yeah. I mean, again, it took time. You understand? For me, that's a culture, because you're transitioning from one culture to another culture. Yeah. And with time, you're gonna find you. With time, you're gonna find your identity. You're gonna find your voice. You're gonna find who you are. Right? In between, there's that, rigmarole, dilly-dally. But at the end of the day, you go find your own. Yes. You find yourself. You find your identity. You find your voice. And you know who you are. Right? And one thing I would like to say, in addition, not to digress, is, like I mentioned earlier, the United States is a country of laws. And you have to know that you have to read in between the line. Whether you're buying a home, you're financing, whatever you are doing, make sure you read between the line. Read between the line. Read the fine prints. Right? They always say, so I was telling somebody, was it your cousin? I was telling about buying a house and everything. Do not look at people. Do not look at somebody and compare yourself to somebody. Don't do it.
Don't do that.
Comparison. Don't compare. Competition. Competition is good. Make it a healthy competition. If it's a competition that makes you lose sleep at night, don't do it. One thing that kills most immigrants is competition and comparison. I see that person with a nice car. He's driving a Lexus. You go into a dealership and you go and buy a Lexus. You yourself go and collect a Lexus, and you are paying $500 a month for that car. And you know quite well you need to pay your house rent, or maybe you have other things to pay. You cannot literally afford it. But because you have this peer pressure going on, you go ahead and do it because you don't want to be left out. Don't do it. Know that you are on your own journey. You're on your own path, and you're not. Don't compare yourself with somebody else. The only thing you compare yourself with is your yesterday. Was I better than yesterday? And just keep going step by step, one day at a time. It may not happen the first year, second year, third year, fourth year. There are people that have been here 10 years, 15 years. It's okay. As long as you have life, you have hope, you have a goal, keep going and doing the right thing. Don't go take on loans that you cannot pay off.
Ding, ding, ding.
Don't go take on an investment, or like a house now, for example. Somebody would say, then when I was selling, I said, then why do I need a house? For example, if you buy a house today, you have to consider you have to pay for HOA. HOA is homeowners insurance. Yes. You're going to pay homeowners association. Then you have the mortgage interest. You have your main principal. Your PMI you have your PMI, assuming you 20%. Exactly. Then you also have your property tax.
Property tax, yes.
And whether or not you pay off your mortgage, property tax remain with you as long as you have that house.
Yeah.
Which means that you have to also put that into factor and put that into consideration.
Yeah. So it's not just buying big house.
So it's not just buying the big house and now somebody will say, yeah, but I can sell it. Yeah, I like to be honestly honest. There are some people that get, I will not say lucky. Well, there are some people that get lucky. You buy a house and you're able to sell it, and it appreciates. You get that, you get that equity on that house, and you're able to sell it when maybe you no longer want it. Good. But there are some people that can't sell their house because they're underwater.
Yeah, true.
So you stuck with the house.
Yeah.
So read between the fine print, stay on your lane. Don't compare yourself with anyone. If it's one bedroom you can afford, stay in that one bedroom, save your money. Don't compare yourself with anyone. And this is a country where there's dignity in labor. There's dignity in labor.
Yeah.
So you don't say, oh, because in Nigeria, I say, oh, now house girl. Girl, do you know how much you pay in media?
They earn a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, the house help. No, now gets man. Now security. Look, there's a security at my former job that was driving a BMW. Dude had another job. Yeah.
Wow,
so there is dignity in labor. So you don't see somebody driving an Uber and just think, oh, he's just driving an Uber. No. Do whatever you can.
Yes.
You know, don't look at somebody's looking at you or somebody's not looking at you. Set goals. Stay at your own pace.
Journey. Don't say this person just came last year.
Exactly.
You already has a house. You already don't do that.
Exactly.
Stay your own lane. You know, plan appropriately.
Plan appropriately. You know? Yes.
Yeah. Before you make
make a goal. Make a goal and walk towards your goal, looking at your own path, not somebody else's
path. Yeah.
And don't be intimidated by anyone. Because we are all different, we are all unique, we are all on our own journey.
Sure.
Don't be intimidated by anyone, you know.
Wow.
So
thank you so much, Abies. This has been a very exciting and interesting episode. I learned some things about you. The story you shared Nisha, about your initial coming. I didn't know some of it. So thank you so much for sharing your story and for all this wonderful advice, which I know will help many people.
It was nice.
You know,
it was nice to share.
Yeah. Abies will come again. We'll have another episode where she'll talk about her motherhood journey. And also, you know, talk a bit about faith. This man is a woman of faith. You know, so I will have more episodes, and Abies will always you also talk about your business, maybe in the next episode. Yeah, the rising one.
Business,
so she'll share more about us. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Abies.
This conversation.
I know. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Keep coming back for more episodes. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.